looking for an easy one row repeat crochet stitch that only uses chains and half double crochet stitches? If you are, the half double crochet V stitch might just be the one you're looking for. If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For today's tutorial, I'm going to use a size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. I am going to use a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook, but you can use whatever works best for you. You're also going to probably need a pair of scissors for the end of your project, and if you want to weave in your ends at the end, you might want to get a yarn needle. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. To begin, you need to begin by chaining a multiple of 3 plus 4. So what that means is you're going to chain your multiple of 3 first. So my multiple of 3 is going to be 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After you've chained your multiple of 3, you then need to add 4 more stitches. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now for me, my chain count is up to 10. My multiple of 3 is 6, and then I added 4 at the very end after I had chained my multiple of 3, which took me up to 10. So normally I don't feel like it matters a whole lot how you work into the crochet chain, but for this stitch it does. I don't particularly like how it looks when you work into the back bump of the chain because it leaves some big gaps here. I would prefer to either do 2 loops on top or 1 loop on top, and I'm going to show you all of these, but I would personally avoid for this crochet stitch working into the back bump of the chain. And I just want to point out that I normally do work into the back bump of the chain, but for this stitch in particular, I feel like it makes these bottom holes a little too big and it looks a little odd. So we're going to begin by working into the 4th chain from the crochet hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, like I mentioned, I would avoid working into the back bump of your chain. So this is what it would look like if you were working into that back bump of the chain. I would avoid that personally for this stitch. I would suggest either working your half double crochet where you put 2 of the parts of the chain on top and 1 on the bottom, because that closes those gaps up a lot. Or what I'm going to do for this tutorial is I'm going to work where I put 1 part of the chain on top. So that's what it's going to look like here. So into that 4th chain from the hook, you're going to place a half double crochet stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert into the chain. Again, I like to put 1 part on it top and 2 on the bottom for this stitch. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 to complete a half double crochet stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go back into that same chain stitch and place another half double crochet stitch. Now we're going to get into our repeat for the row. So we're going to skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd we're going to place a half double crochet stitch, chain 1, and then another half double crochet into the same chain stitch. So you're going to keep repeating that where you skip 2 chains and then work a half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into the 3rd until you get to the end of the row and you have 3 chains remaining. So what you're going to do when you have those last 3 chains remaining is you're going to skip 2 chains. So we're going to skip, and into the very last chain we're going to work 1 half double crochet stitch. So we yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to complete that very last half double crochet. And that completes row 1. So again, my repeat for row 1 is to skip 2 chains and then work a half double crochet V stitch in the next. For row 2, you begin by chaining 2 and turning your work. We're going to skip, and what we're going to do for this row is we are working into those chain one spaces in the middle of that half double crochet V. So we're not working anywhere else. We are simply working into those chain one spaces. So again, I've chained two and I've turned. I'm going to come over here and into this first chain one space, I'm going to work a half double crochet V stitch. So I'm going to half double crochet, chain one, and then place another half double crochet in that same V stitch. I'm going to skip over all of this, come to the next chain one space, so right here, and into that chain one space right there, I'm going to work another half double crochet V stitch. So I half double crochet, chain one, and half double crochet, all in that same space. When you get to the end of the row, it's very important where you work the last stitch. So you're going to work into the middle of those three skipped chains, because remember we worked into the fourth chain from the crochet hook for row one. So you had three chains that you skipped over. So here's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to work into that second one, that middle chain. We're going to work a half double crochet, one singular half double crochet to end the row. So we're going to yarn over, go into that middle chain, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all three to complete row 2. Row 3 is the row that we're going to repeat for the remainder of our project. Now it is almost exactly the same except for one tiny technical difference at the very end of the row, and I'll show you what that looks like. So for row 3, you begin by chaining 2 and turning your work. Again, row 3 is worked into the chain one spaces only until the very last stitch. So into this chain one space right here, we're going to place a half double crochet V stitch. So we're going to yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. We're going to chain 1 and put another half double crochet in that same chain 1 space. Now we're going to skip all the way over here. We're going to skip over all of this stuff here, and into this chain 1 space, we're going to work a half double crochet, chain 1, and then another half double crochet stitch. Now at the end of this row, you can see the top of that very first half double crochet that we put into the previous row. We don't want to work into that stitch. We are actually working into the turning chain from the previous row. So what we're going to do is into the second chain of that turning chain, we're going to work our final half double crochet of the row. So that's the technical difference. In the last row, in row 2, we worked just into the middle chain of those skipped chains. For this row and the remainder of your rows, you're going to work into the top of your chain 2 turning chain. You're not going to work into that stitch. You're going to work into this chain, which is the top of the turning chain. And into that top of the turning chain, we're going to place a regular half double crochet stitch. And that completes row 3. As I stated, for the remainder of this project, you're going to simply keep repeating row 3. It's a 1 row repeat crochet stitch after this point. As far as the finishing stitch goes, I don't do anything special to finish this stitch off, and let me show you why. So I don't do a finishing stitch because I feel like my top edge and my bottom edge are pretty well matched, and it would look odd if I did anything different for a finishing row. So I do not do anything special for a finishing row. I simply end after I've finished a row whenever my project is as big as I would like it to be. And that's how to half double crochet V-stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another variation on the V-stitch, check out my double crochet V-stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.